Welcome to Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions, integrated campus, structural engineering 1, reinforced cement concrete RCC. I am Dr. A. Mahesh Babu, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. In last videos, I explained about working stress method. What is working stress method? It is obeys Hooke's law that stress is directly proportional to the strain. Here we will see some more important points in working stress method. These type of questions explain working stress method or limit state method. Generally asked many times in previous questions, and you try to understand the concept. It is easy to understand. Listen carefully this diagram explanation. The stress strain curve of concrete assumed linear from 0 at neutral axis to maximum value at extreme extreme edge, that is. See here, this is stress strain diagram. Here this is stress strain diagram is, you observe, see here 0, here 0, right? So here 0, here is maximum. So what is maximum at the top edge is 0.0035. In concrete, maximum strain is 0.0035 as per guidelines and provisions of the code book IS 456 2000. And in steel, 0.87 Fy by ES plus 0.002. So this is given in IS code book. You must keep with IS 456 book, hard books with you when you are attending this DRCS, RCC classes or structural engineering classes. Now coming to the your this stress diagram. Here in the working stress method, here at the point neutral axis starts 0 and maximum at top edge is top. Okay, so this is in working stress method. You must understand this concept in working stress method so that you can understand further ultimate and limit state method and coming topics also. So try to understand how to solve this, how to interpolate these values, right? So this is very important diagram to understand working stress method. If you try, you will get good marks in working stress method. Only thing is strain diagram, stress diagram. There are different. Neutral axis, you know. You place your reinforcement here, reinforcement. At the reinforcement, you have this diagram. Now, total depth is D. Of course, I will explain in future topics also. This is total D is total depth. Total depth from here to top to bottom, right? Top to bottom. B is width. D, small d is, what is small d? Is equal to total depth minus this cover, clear cover. See, in beams generally it will be around 25 mm, and say suppose this is 12 mm bar. So half of this 6. So this 25 plus 6, 31. So if you take, say, this from this one, say this is, say, suppose, say 600 mm. So okay, 600 mm. Okay, 600 mm. So what is D? 600. Okay, 600 minus 25 minus 6 mm. Here, what is 25? 25 is clear cover. 6 is half of your diameter. So effective depth is defined as total depth minus clear cover minus half of the diameter. So that is the effective depth. This is small d. So you know neutral axis where balance. This is a balance section. Concrete and tensile forces will balance at the section. This is neutral axis. You know neutral axis definition. So from neutral axis, strain diagram is directly proportional like this. Stress diagram is up to 0 at this level. Your tensile force will be like this. But here your compressive force like this. So in this way you have to do calculation in working stress method. Okay. See, why I am explaining this is very important concept. See, try to understand, and we'll see some more points in next session. In working stress method, what is the important point? It obeys Hooke's law, that is elastic theory. That is assuming stress is directly proportional to strain. Here, in elastic theory, stress distribution is straight line along the depth as I explained in previous slide. This method adopts permissible stresses which are obtained by dividing ultimate stress by a factor known as factor of safety. For concrete, factor of safety 3, and for steel, factor of safety 1.78. You remember these two very important factors. Here, one thing you have to observe here, even though I'm explaining why, because this is one of the important point for you. Here, factor of safety is considered for stresses, not loads. Okay, permissible stresses in design, we will take these permissible stresses by dividing this factor of known as factor of safety. For concrete, we will take as in working stress method. Generally, this is 0.3, right? And for steel, what is the factor of safety? Sometimes you may ask in competitive examinations also. Next one is, see, in working stress method, the structural members are designed for working loads, such as that stress developed or in the allowable stresses. See, here also you have to remember one of the important point is that here, see, in working stress method, we'll take working loads. Suppose in a column acting, say, 1000 kilonewtons load. Okay, a vertical load on the column is 1000 kilonewtons. So we'll take that only working load for in design. Okay, so that is the difference in between these and other designs. So, but these are developed within allowable stresses. These stresses will be considered for partial factory safety factor. So here the failure criterion is stress. See how is beautiful this concept. Here in the working stress method, what is the failure criterion? See, every point is important why I'm giving you this special thing. So these are concepts very important. They're not only in our competitive exams, university examination, not only, but if you understand, they are useful in daily time. Every subject, every topic, you should understand in this way. So why this working stress failure criterion stress? Because here we are designing for working load, but stresses are undergo in partial safety factor. That is that we will see that they are within allowable stresses. So here stresses are dominating. That's why the failure criterion is stress. This method is very simple, reasonable, and reliable. But some will not consider. But here, if you see, this is very simple method in design, okay, and reasonably reliable. These factor of safety taken into the uncertainties in the manufacture of the materials. Okay, why we have taken just now we discussed about concrete and steel. We have taken different factor of safety because why we have taken uncertainties. See, manufacture or defects may be there. Say every steel what what made in the industry may not be good because skill depend upon material, air content, or some condition that manufacturing defects may be there. That's why these factor of safety will consider in the working stress method. And one more important point, this is modular ratio between steel and concrete remains here remains constant. Here, modular ratio between the steel and concrete remains constant. Here, one more important point, modular ratio. You know what is a modular ratio? Okay. See, next slide. The main drawbacks, of course, for every design there are main drawbacks, but there are here drawbacks are more than other methods. Stress strain curve for concrete assumed as a linear, which is not true. Just now we observed that straight lines from neutral axis to top and bottom straight line for bottom for strain and stress from neutral axis to top edge straight line. But it uses factor of safety for stresses, but it is not safe for loads. So it uses factor of safety for stresses only, which does not give the true margin of safety because we do not know the failure load. It does not use any factor of safety with respect to loads. See, loads may increase in due course. It means there is no provision for uncertainties with the load. Only consider for stresses, for not the loads. It does not account for shrinkage creep, serviceability conditions, and are time dependent and plastic in nature. This method gives uneconomical section. This method is very uneconomical. It pays no attention to the conditions that arise at the time of collapse. There is no indication before going to collapse. That's why this method is deleted from the IS 456-2000, but the concept of this method is retained for checking the serviceability states of deflection and cracking. Working stress method is basic method and it is knowledgeable, essential for understanding the concept of design. We'll see next method in next video. Thank you.